Hello. It is Wednesday and we are just a little bit late. It's okay. It's almost
Yeah, I
7:30,
done
but you know
slid
what?
through here real
My
quick.
friend slid. It was like baseball. She just slid in here and down the stairs. She was ready to go. I was like, okay. I was still sitting here fumbling a little bit. But anyway, thank you for joining us this evening in JT Ladies Lounge. I am Jazz and this is T.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, and this is Wild Card Wednesday. We are going to talk about online dating.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, if you all have any experience, please share with us. If you all have any questions, if you all have, any funny comments or anything that you've experienced online dating,
The questions wouldn't be
I
for
guess,
us.
yeah,
Like it would probably be through the
the
audience or
people,
people who say stuff.
right? Because we don't
But
have
I
any
don't know.
answers.
I don't honestly. I don't know anything about online dating, and my thing is, it's not pass judgment on people who do it. It's really not. You know what
It's
I'm
just to
saying?
share knowledge because there's some people that's probably
Yeah.
thinking about it because I thought
Yeah,
about it.
if that's your way of dating or wanting to meet people, that's fine. But I can't tell you nothing about it because I never, let me
Dating.
say, dated
Mhm.
anyone online dating. I never even took the initiative to do online dating, like with the apps and everything like that.
Okay, so
But I don't pass judgment on people
I
that
have.
do it.
I did it. I did it once. No, I think. Okay, so like one time, me and my girlfriend, we were bored, right?
Right.
So she was like, "I'm about to try online dating," and I was like, "Friend, I'm not trying online dating." I was like, "I'm meeting enough weirdos in real life, so I'm not gonna do no online dating. It's official. I'm not doing it." So she's like, "Come on, what's the worst, Kara? Whatever." So we did the profile because I think it was eHarmony that was doing the month free.
Okay.
Whatever was free, we was trying it. So I did eHarmony, and I'm telling you what, after I got past the 1,600 questions they asked about me, I didn't want to learn about anybody else. I was over it. But I built the profile. I survived the questions, built the profile, and as I was getting hits back, it was like you have to pay to talk to these people. And I was like, pay to talk? I thought this was free. So you mean to tell me answering these 1,600 questions, that was my free part in order for me to interact with the people that I meet? Then I'd have to pay. So clearly we know that didn't go far. And then I did the app, which was kind of fun. Another girlfriend of mine came from out of town, and she was telling me about this app she was, meeting people in our area on. So I tried it, and it was fun to swipe left. I think it was called Swipe, matter of fact. And it was fun to, swipe left, swipe right.
Right.
But I just.
Are you talking about the Tinder?
No.
Okay,
it's called
Tinder,
Swipe.
all right, because Tinder is the newest thing.
Yeah, no, this ain't new.
Right, I guess they're coming up with so many
with
things
different ones.
with different ones.
Yeah.
So you're gonna definitely, hear. But the latest that I have heard was Tinder, and I know people that have done it. But like I said, is what you want to do because people, to me, online dating doesn't necessarily, I guess, have to be a certain app. People meet people through Instagram, Facebook. I remember at one point people used to meet people through MySpace. I remember when people used to, I guess, message you or hit you up. So I guess what you think is, what's your meaning of online dating? Because somebody might think meeting somebody through Facebook is not considered online dating. You get what I'm saying?
No, it's not considered online dating, but it's I met you online.
Right. Like I met you through a site that's
for online dating?
Yeah, internet. Well, Facebook is not,
right.
But it's still on the internet.
Because
it's online dating, internet dating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think
the thing that threw me off with the swipe left, swipe right was these people are in the area. So I might see one of these people.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Are they really? Because that would be one of the cons with online dating. Are they really in the area?
That would have been a plus for me because I don't want you to be in the area. You know what I'm saying? Because I might not like you. And then if I know that I have to see you more than once because now we neighbors, it gets weird. But that was one of the things that was kind of creepy to me was like, oh my gosh, I might be in the store and actually see somebody that knows me and I have no clue who they are. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm swiping left and swiping right, they might be like, oh yeah, you swipe right. So.
And that could be, I guess, what I say the pros and cons.
Yeah, I had to erase that.
Right.
Because it was fun, but it was just like,
Right.
I started thinking about it real hard, and I was like, but I don't really want to I don't really want to run into these people like that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you all for joining us.
And I think that's what it is with the online dating. Like, how serious do someone take it? Because people will do it just for fun, but then what about if the other person on the other end is taking it serious? Because I truly believe some people do take it serious.
And it's good because you know what? Everybody that I've talked to, they have done the online dating thing and they're successful in it. Mm-hmm. They're in a relationship with these people. And I believe maybe it's because it forces them to communicate more, because now this is a complete stranger. You're not seeing them every day. So in order to build even a friendship, you have to be able to allow those walls to come down to a point to where you're willing to open yourself up to get to know people.
Right.
Yeah.
Where someone might say, well, are you really building communication because you're not face to face, you don't see eye contact? And I think that's the same thing, not to take it off topic, but a little bit with texting. You know what I'm saying? You get the wrong impression when you're texting. You don't see emotions. You don't see, what the person look like. I mean, unless you know the person. But texting, you know what I'm saying? The same thing with online dating. To a sense, you don't see the actual emotions. You feel it through message.
But I don't even, because sometimes what you see ain't even what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say, baby, I love you. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I can't wait till you leave. You know what I'm saying? So what you think you see ain't always what you see either.
Right.
So,
True.
Oh, this gets so complicated.
No, it does. So that's why I don't put judgment on nobody who does online dating or who met somebody. Like, I would never say that's not a real relationship. I mean, it just.
I just want to know more about it. You know,
I guess it's like you just protect yourself how to do it. Like, is there a right or wrong way to do it? Even as we were looking up stuff, and it was like, finding ways to online date the right way, or ways to, start your profile so people can be more attracted to you. So it's really ways of how to date online.
It's kind of like advertisement. You know what I'm saying? It's like the algorithms. You got times to post and things to post and certain pictures with certain backgrounds. I get. So again, now I'm selling myself to somebody, and that may not really be me, because one story that was shared to me was, it was this guy that had pinged a friend of mine that's doing this online dating. I don't know what they call it, notification. I'm not sure, but he was, telling her how beautiful she was and all these things, and he didn't have a picture on his profile. And she said usually that's a no-go, right?
Right.
So she said he didn't have a picture. So after he kind of built a rapport a little bit. He sent a picture, and it was less than what she was looking for, but he was a nice guy,
right?
So it was kind of like she was in a catch-22, and she didn't know how to tell him that, because now she's divorced, she's finally single,
right?
And now she can have her run of the mill. If she want them tall, if she want them short, dark, light, things that she feels now that she has more of an option of when she got married, she made her choice. Right. But now, she can be a little bit more selfish in the decisions that she makes with who she decides to date. And she didn't know how to tell this guy, like, you're nice, but you just don't meet that, the physical aspect of the journey. So that's another thing, like, how do you break it off with these people nicely online?
Well, I don't know. I guess you just don't respond. You delete your app. You I don't know. People
you delete your app?
Maybe people do, have more, create a different name. But to me, that's how I look at it, as us as women and, men. We can have this idea or what we want to a person to look like, physically, and what we want them to, they career-wise, how they think, whatever. Right? We can build that in our mind, what we want our guy or woman to look like. But I just think that with the apps, you can do that too. But to me, it seems like you're more making your person, because you click on, you click on that. You click on this. You building your person. You know what I'm saying? You building your person because you narrow it down. What color hair? Like, I mean, I'm not saying if that's what it is, but I know.
If that's what color
hair?
Why did I get off if that's the case? Because if I can build my person?
But to me, I don't know because I've never done it.
Okay, so
but to me, you're building your person because you're narrowing it. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but either you're building your person.
That's kind of like dating anyway. You building your person. You can choose these attributes.
I get it.
Yeah.
No. I get it. I get it. But to me, with the online dating, you're building a person, but you don't see them physically because you never know if that's the real person. To where if you got in your head what you want, you can walk out this door and see it physically.
Yeah.
And say, oh, nah, that's not it. But when you do it online, you don't know if that's going to be the real person image.
But then you meet them at some point,
because you. Yeah. That would depend on if you're gonna go beyond to meet the person.
Yeah,
because people do.
You know, if me and you talking and I built this rapport with you, at some point, if we're dating online, we're gonna want to date.
And sometimes people do, but that leads to catfish. What about if that's not the real person?
And that's.
You gotta read a few comments.
I can't do it.
Comments.
Go ahead.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Like I said, we're not passing judgment on anybody who does it. It was just a topic to say, like, how is this online dating really going? Is this the new love? Can you really find love online dating?
I think you can.
Can you really find love? What was some of your horror stories or your successful stories? You know what I'm saying?
We have one
because
on here.
Some people are really genuine to meeting people online.
I said we had a success story on here, but it turned out a little different.
All right, go ahead. Read it. You can read it, Joe.
Okay. Mike, thank you so much for sharing this with us. And let us know some things that maybe you would change next time, or if you still continuing to follow this trend of online dating. But he said, I met my wife on Tag and continued our relationship on FB, and 6 months later we got married. It lasted 6 years until we divorced. ...
Okay, but it don't have nothing to do with Mike. Does it have anything to do that you met her online? And you don't got to get all personal. You really don't. But does it have anything to do with you meeting her online is the reason why y'all got divorced? Or, once meeting her and getting married and for 6 years, that's a long time.
But that's also still to get to know you phase too.
To be married for 6 years. But we learning people every day.
Yeah.
You learn people every day. But to be married for 6 years, meeting somebody online, that does seem like a successful marriage.
In the beginning.
To be meeting somebody online. So that's why I said, now if y'all divorce ended into that has nothing to do that she lied and you found that she didn't tell you that.
Or she had multiple profiles on
whatever, yeah. So, your story actually could have been a success story.
And it still may be. You know what I'm saying? That divorce may not be a bad thing. Also, he also said he was just recently catfished. Now, I am interested in hearing that story. And so even with, again, too, you said it was distance. Now, so she was distant, like she didn't want to move to you and you didn't want to move to her. That's another thing that you have to think about too when you meet these people online. Like if it does go beyond online and maybe random meetups here and there, if you are dating someone, are you willing to make that move? Like who's willing to give up what? Who's willing to make that sacrifice to be with who?
Right.
So that's a good situation. I mean, a good thing to think about too. Also, I know that I have a friend that is still with the guy she met online like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And like they do everything together. Like they travel together. They're kind of like one and the same. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how she did it, but to me, I think she lucked up because people will usually go. I'm not gonna say people, but I know a lot of men do this. They'll go along with whatever you say and they'll feed you what they want you to know. Or, they'll feed you what you want to hear to make you feel like they're into what you're saying, but really it's something different. And I can only say that because I've only dealt with men. I'm not sure about anything else, but I know that they travel together like all the time.
Right.
And so that's, successful to me that they're able to still be up under each other, even though they met online. They have no history. They have no knowledge of each other's family. Well, they've done all that now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like she wasn't catfished, or she wasn't led on to believe this person was somebody other than who they were.
Right.
He was open and she was open to receiving. So I think that's it can be a good thing.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it can be. Mike said it was very successful.
Good.
Okay, good. And she was my best friend. Okay, so you would definitely be somebody,
a success story,
right, that had an online dating experience and it worked out.
Yeah. So except for that catfish part.
Good.
That might be a little horror story.
I think that is like a big thing. We like, is that the person that you really talk to? Because I watched
that is a hilarious show.
I even
I've watched it a couple times.
And people say, they met this person, they known this person for 6 years, they built a bond with this person, and I truly, like I said, can see that happening. And I'm gonna say this because I was never catfished, and I'm gonna share experience with y'all. I was 13 in the 8th grade, right? Me and my family went on a cruise. And I met this guy. He was celebrating. No, I was 14. Yeah, 14. He was celebrating his 21st birthday. And, exchange numbers, this and that. Like I said, 13, 14, one of them. And I was, I guess, being grown, whatever the case may be. But we exchanged numbers. 13, 14, yeah, we exchanged numbers. And to this day, we are like the best of friends. I would say he is my male version of a female, best friend. And he's in Jersey and I'm here in Maryland, and we only seen each other, count on one hand how many times we've seen each other, but we have stayed in contact for years. Like literally, we laugh and we talk about like, yo, I met you when I was 21 on a cruise. I'm now damn near over 42. So I get, even though it wasn't an online dating thing, but I get that you can build a relationship and a history with a person that even if you don't see them, like I understand that, because I could count on one hand how many times I've seen him. Yeah. But the relationship that we build just through talking, and even though I know this is a real person. You get what I'm saying?
But I think your outlook was different. Yeah, like you wasn't on there to you wasn't trying to date him like that.
No, because we was on a cruise and everything. So, but I get where you can build that relationship with someone even if you don't see them regularly, and even just talking through the phone. Through text or picking up the phone, I can really honestly see how that can really build a connection.
Wow.
Because to me, to build a connection with someone, you don't have to be
in their face.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the way how the communication flow to build a relationship or to build that, that spark or that friendship or whatever you want to call it. Because somebody can do online dating, and maybe they're not there to date. They just may be there to meet people when, I don't know, they bored. They just say, let me go on online dating. Well, go on a site. And they like, I just want to meet new people. I don't know. I'm
everybody got their different reasons for doing things. Right, I mean, that's, and to me, that's what social media is for, is to be social. I'm not on here looking for my next jump off or my next who's going to slide in my DM. Right. I'm there to be social and nothing else. If I want more, I will let you know that I want more. I'll be like, hey, I'm single, laying in the bed. Where's Boo? Wish it was her, but I ain't got one. Right. You know how everybody do all that. But I mean, if I'm in a spot to be social, I don't mind being social and interactive, but it don't have to always mean I'm looking for a date because I'm socializing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Michael said, I moved her here to the States from the Netherlands. She left a Fortune 500 company to be with me. Aw. We have a beautiful son together, and it was my wish to raise him in her country, so he has dual citizenship. That's a plan. That's a man with a plan right there. Right. That sounds great. That's a great a situation from what it sounds like. I mean, I'm glad y'all even can co-parent from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Akeisha said, hey, lady, look, there's somebody for everybody out there. So, however you meet it, if it works, then it was meant to be. Right. Simply stated. Yeah. Simply stated. But I think I would be a little less, what's the word I'm looking for? Pushed. Guarded. I would be a little less. I think online dating would be probably not the first thing I go to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I have anything against it personally, but like I said, I already know what I meet in person. So to meet somebody online that I think is normal and they not be.
Because that's one of the things that was a con. Like, you don't know if they could be a psychopath, this and that. But at the end of the day, we know you could be in a grocery store, you could be at work, you could be wherever, and exchange numbers or go out, and they could be a psychopath.
Straight up crazy.
So it's like one of those, you know, to each his own.
And I was catfished once. I met this guy through my friend who was under the impression that this guy was her family. And I met him and we chatted. I think it was him. So, we talked. I was supposed to meet him in person, right? Because I thought this was my friend's cousin as well as she did. She thought this was her cousin.
Right.
Because her aunt, which is her father's sister, was saying this boy was her son.
Okay.
Right? So we go to Jersey and like we're talking every day and like we're talking and he is like, I'm trying to figure out like why do I only see one picture of you
right
on your mom's page and it's a picture of you when you were like 3 if that's you, then he was very good. Oh, the house caught on fire. We don't have any more pictures.
Right.
So I was like, okay, that, that's a possibility. So, me and my friend.
And I say not passing judgment.
But me and my friend trying to put 2 and 2 together, like, this is weird, right? So we go and we meet her aunt. She ain't never met her. So we go and we meet her.
Dang.
Yeah, so we go. And this is her father's sister. So this is for real family right here.
Right.
But what we didn't know that she was not working with a full deck.
Okay.
And so this kid was somebody that she picked up along the way. And she was basically teaching him how to run schemes, how to run game.
Wow.
Yep. But the one picture, and then, I like one time I think I just spazzed out. I was like, send me a picture now. I was like, I'm hanging out. Don't call me back. Send me one now.
Right.
And he sent me one. I think it was him. Still not sure. It was a nice looking picture. So I was telling my friend, I was like, listen, my nerves is bad, friend. I don't know what's going on. But we need to figure this out. Right. So once I did figure it out, once she figured it out, she stopped dealing with all of them completely.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have flown to California and this man not be nowhere to be found. Right. The aunt disappear, make a new profile because she was very big on that. And that was another thing. She always was switching her profile pages, the names, who was on her page. She was one of them. She was quick with it. So
and you know what? And that's why I was saying it's so hard to do that because it's people out there that's for the scheme, and there's people out there that's genuinely looking for someone to meet. So I think if you that person that's that genuine person, you probably would say, hold up, this don't seem right. I need a sign. Like, give me a sign to say that this person is not for real. You know what I'm saying? But when you can be naive sometimes and be like, nah, okay, this
like who would go through all that to do that?
This story did happen to me. Like you said, the guy said we was in a fire, we lost pictures. Yes, that can happen because you don't want to.
Sounds reasonable.
Right, you don't want to be thinking, oh, he's lying about being a fire because that's true.
And he lying about pictures, like gee whiz. Right, you know what I'm saying? There's so much other stuff in the world.
It's sad because people will really go to that extreme. But like I said, listen, if y'all or anybody out there like Michael,
and we don't want to make it seem like online dating is bad and it's all horror stories.
I would never because. I just never had to do it. And to me, it ain't about if you had to do it. Some people just go different routes. Because people could do it because they're getting tired of meeting the same people in their area.
Yeah.
They probably want to broaden their, horizons and say, I want to go out, so.
I want to meet people of a different race.
Right.
A lot of those things count, for reasons why people want to online date.
Right.
And, I had a friend that is currently online dating and she's new to it. And she has the funniest stories, like from the I think 3 or 4 guys that she's met. She's had like really not horrible stories, but like I don't feel like no. She's had really funny stories, and I'm happy to hear that they're all it's a learning experience for her, because I think sometimes it helps you get back out there on the market, especially if you've been in a relationship for years and you're shy. Oh, one of them dating, I guess, I don't know, maybe they all do, but the dating site she on, they have meetups. All the single people meet up, like cooking classes, like things like that, like going bowling. So they all meet up and get together and mingle with who you want to mingle with. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So it's not like you just tied into talking to the one person you've been chatting with. If y'all in the same area, y'all can just all go and have fun.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. So, Michael, thank you for telling your story.
Yes.
So let me ask you this, Mike. With you saying that you was recently catfish, so with you having a success story of online dating and marrying, your wife, and you was recently catfish, so you pretty much do online dating, and how was your experience with being catfish? Like, what happened? Did you meet the person and they lied about their picture, or you did some digging and realized they wasn't telling the truth? If you don't mind sharing your story, again, you don't have to get all personal, but just to give us an idea of how your catfish was. Because like I said, I watch Catfish.
Yeah, me too, boy. Them people be.
And it's yes.
Because they done spent thousands of dollars and sent so and so all this money to do X, Y, and Z,
and like I said, if you are a genuine and caring person, and you just like want to help somebody and not be judgmental or a little bit naive, I can see that happening.
Yep.
Especially if you can relate to that person's story. You know what I'm saying? If you can definitely relate to that person's story, you like, oh my goodness, let me help this person out, because the same thing happened to me. You probably had people that helped you.
Yeah.
So you like, let me give a helping hand.
Yeah.
And your heart is broken. Like, that's really the truth. It's not just a show, it's real life. It's real life. But like I said, I personally never, went that route.
All right.
Because I was always scared.
Yeah. But real life is scary too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The computer you can power down. Real life is real life. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we found some stuff about online dating, and these are some of the ugly truths about it. And we talked about this already. People lie on their profiles. That's number one. We all know that. Hell, people lie in real life to your face.
Right.
Negotiating the scamternet. I guess it's just saying that you probably gotta figure out what's a scam and what's not. Relationship don't last. Not saying they don't last all the time, but they may not last. I guess. I mean, hell, that's any relationship, online or real life. Looking for a relationship, that must mean all you want is sex. Let me read this a little bit more. One of the big problems of online dating for women is that although they're looking for a genuine relationship, seeking men on these sites, there are also plenty of guys who only want sex. Oh. So it says, while most people would agree that on average men are more eager for sex than women, it seems that many men make the assumption that if a woman is an online dating presence, all she's interested in is sleeping with relative strangers. Oh, so meaning the only reason why she on there is because she want to do something strange and nobody know. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's more scary though.
It is. It makes you picky and judgmental, which it do. I think it makes you picky, like you said. You can pick them and put them together, depending on what you see or what you read. So that was 5 of them, guys,
and that was pretty much what
everything
we said.
Like, discussed,
I think the main thing is lying about who you are. Like it doesn't get no realer than that. Just lying about who you are and what you look like. I think that's the 2 biggest things.
Because the truth always comes out one way or another. And it's usually ugly, especially if you're lying about the simplest things,
Right. Michael said, I wish I can talk in real time, but this person was really smooth. She had an all right profile and had all the right words to say.
I think you can request. Can he send a request to be on live?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
If you want to jump on real quick, we don't have that much time, but if you want to jump on really quick and share your story, you can. You can request to be live in the lounge with us if you like, and we'd
We
love to
can
have you.
invite. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's one thing. Our audience, if y'all ever want to actually be like tune in actually to the show, because of course we do talk to y'all, through the chat. But if y'all want to join in, y'all always welcome to. Just let us know if y'all want to, join in, and we can invite you guys.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And then, so we also have, I think if Mike wants to jump on real quick, I'm gonna keep reading until he want to join the chat. But the pros and cons of online dating. That was the ugly truth. This is the good and the bad about it. Access, right? Online dating provided individual access to many more potential partners than they often can find in their daily lives, which is good because now you have a pick of the litter. But the con is the choices of partners can become confusing and overwhelming, which I can see that. Right. I can really see that. Matching. Many online dating sites offers various types of personality testing, and matching. The cons of that is matching is a difficult process and testing may not be accurate for everyone. You're right, because a lot of them tests just depend on how you feel when you take them. Communication.
Yeah, the communication part I think would become be you really not in the person's face, because a lot of people could be more, vocal with being behind the scenes where you can't see that person's face. You can be shy. Again, you're not the real person, and you like this person is not going to be attracted to me because of the way what they look like, and so I just rather not be seen, but I could communicate. I could say all the right things.
I wonder
because that sometimes because that again that on their end on the schemer, that is what they do for their job. Like you said, the lady, that is their job. Even though they know they're not fit for that person, their job is to be the schemer and find the right things to say.
I wonder if there's ever been a double catfish situation where you don't look like I think you should look, that you told me to look like, and you don't look like I don't look like you thought I should look because of what I told you. I wonder if that's possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because you got two people on the other side. The other.
I want my money, catfish people, because that should be one of your episodes. Like seriously.
No, they have. They actually have.
Oh, really? Yeah. Dang. Okay, guys. So that is what I was thinking. That's our Wild Card Wednesday talking about internet dating, and I don't have any experience where I began it, but it was just too much.
Right.
I don't have the patience, and it is a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? Just like advertising and posting on Facebook when you have a business or any social media, that is really a full-time separate job. And just to want to be in communication with somebody that much is, you got to always walk around with your phone and it's a lot. You do that in everyday relationships. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's all I have to say about online dating. I think we lost. Oh, Mike said, I will join next time. I have to be on a conference call. I'm already late for. Much love, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully next time you can join us. And if you all want to carry the conversation on about online dating, some things that you've experienced, some things that you heard, the good, the bad, the ugly, please continue to do so on this feed. If you have a topic that you thought of based off this conversation, feel free to send your letters in to to2jazzandt@yahoo.com. Do we have some more people we want to shout out before we close out the show?
Hold up, real quick. Michael said, but the reality, she was nothing what she said she was. She had her name changed and altered her appearance and everything. Wow, that's what that Photoshop does.
Man.
Oh, she either took somebody else's picture.
Yeah.
She was from LA and I'm here in Philly. What she actually shared was serious. She was not who she said she was. Yep. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. You can lie.
You can definitely do that.
Yep.
So thank you all. Ice, thank you for tuning in. If you got any if you, Ice, have any catfish stories, please let us know. If anyone else out there does, let us know as well. What else we got?
That's it. Thank you for tuning in.
Our social media contacts.
Yeah, we won't be airing Sunday because it is Memorial Day weekend.
I'll be out of town.
How to say people heading out of town, cookouts and all that. So we understand that we're not gonna bother y'all. to tune in and watch us.
We might go live a little bit.
Y'all got more stuff to do, like eat, drink,
right, have fun and be merry. Yeah, exactly. Our Facebook information, Judson's Radio DC, and our JT Ladies Lounge pages. You can reach us on our personal pages. Our Instagram, JT_Ladies Lounge, all lowercase letters. Yes. Our Twitter @TL2 with Jazz and T, and also our YouTube is JT Ladies Lounge. Yes. So again, thank you all for joining us tonight. We will catch you next week, and we hope you all enjoyed our show. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye.